Hi everyone, hope everyone's well. I've got two guitars with me today. They're both Fender guitars. I've got a bit of a thing for Fender. I love Fender guitars. I love Gibson, I love most guitars, but I really like Fenders. And today I've got a comparison, and this is not a sound comparison because I'm ampless at the moment, but I can do like a sort of side-by-side comparison of the features of the two and give you an idea of how they feel and fit and finish, that sort of thing. Because it could be that you've got a pretty decent budget, or it could be that you've got a slightly smaller budget and you're wondering, what can I get for this amount, or should I save a bit more and go for the American? So it's basically American versus Mexican. American Telecaster, Mexican Stratocaster. Let's take a look at the two. Excuse me, I've still got this bloody cough. I can't shift it. Cannot shift it. Right, okay. So let's start with this. As you can see, Stratocaster. Let's get comfortable here. So it's quite heavy. It's heavier than the Telecaster. I'll tell you that now. It's a little bit heavier. And let me get the Telecaster as well. Come here, you nearly swore then. Shh, keep it clean. Right, this is a little bit lighter. Noticeably, it's quite noticeable actually. This is a lot heavier. So depends on, if you prefer a heavy guitar or a slightly lighter guitar. So this is the American one. Like I say, slightly lighter. Obviously different shaped bodies, but it's only a body shape after all. It's how it feels really, what you can get out of it and how it sounds really. So let's get some of the obvious things out of the way first. Different body shapes, okay, different pickup configurations. The Telecaster has two noiseless 4th generation single coil pickups, 3-way selector, volume and tone, and an S1 switch, which is activated when you're on the middle position. It sort of gives you a sort of fat tone. The Strat, obviously, it's got a 5-way selector. It's got two 3rd generation noiseless pickups and a humbucker, which with the press of a button can become a single. Okay, now obviously the Strat has a whammy bar, which the Tele doesn't. The saddles on this are the flat ones. This has the bent steel saddles. This also has a tremolo system, as I mentioned the bar before, but it's a 2-screw trem, which I prefer. And I believe that it's widely regarded that the 2-screw version is better than the 6-screw. Now that's down to whatever your taste is, I suppose, but I like the 2-screw. So that's the bodies. Obviously the jack input is on the front of this one, whereas on this one it's on the bottom. The finish is, they're fairly similar in terms of colour and how much of the wood you can see. They're fairly similar. Let's see if I can give you a bit of a close up there. And we'll do the back. That plate is not recessed, by the way, on the Strat, and as you can see there's no plate on the back because there's no tremolo, but there are the little holes there for the strings that run through the body. Okay, coming back to the front, they both have maple fingerboards, okay, as you can see, and they both have the dot inlays. Okay, moving on to the back of the neck. Ooh, there we are. They're both satin maple necks. As you can see, this one has a skunk stripe, this one doesn't. Now this one, the Telecaster, the neck profile changes as you come down, becomes a little bit flatter, whereas this one feels like it's fairly much the same all the way down, but the Strat is a little bit thinner in feel. Now coming back to the front of the guitar, actually we'll stay on the back of the guitar because this guy, the large headstock of the Strat, you can see it's got locking tuners, okay, and on the back of the traditionally shaped Telecaster headstock, you can see it's got locking tuners. Now I can't see much difference between the two, other than the tuning keys themselves are a little smaller on this compared to a little more square on this. Okay, string tree on the Telecaster, there's one string tree I should say, and it's that one. I don't know what the name of it is. And then on this one you've got two. I'm not sure what they call those particular type of string tree either, but they're quite nice, and there's two on that one. Fairly plain writing there compared to, I know it's upside down, but bear with me. The quite nice sort of silvery, sort of nice shiny writing there. Okay. Going back to the back of the guitars now, you can see on the back of this guitar, this Telecaster, it's got a nice cutaway heel, which means you get a lot more access up here. Now on the back of the Strat, it's not nowhere near as defined as that. It's very slight. I don't know if you can see there. God, holding these guitars up like that, it's killing my back. Whew, I think it's time to put them down. Okay, binding on this one. Obviously no binding on this one. Truss rod is at the top of the guitar on this one, whereas it's at the bottom of this one. Now they both play great. Undeniably they both play great. Comfort wise, they're both very comfortable. I think the Strat, being the cheaper guitar, might have a slightly more comfortable neck than the Tele. That said, the Tele is still very comfortable. They're both very comfortable. Okay, fret ends. If I run my fingers up and down, yeah. If I'd played these guitars individually, one at a time, I might not have noticed a difference, but there is a difference. And the Strat has noticeably sharper fret ends, whereas the Tele does not. They're both very smooth on the back of the neck, and they're both very comfortable. You know, they're very hard to choose between the two. What is very obvious, having them both in my hands, is that the Tele is lighter, and if you have back problems or you just like a lighter guitar, you know, this is the one to go for. I haven't opened these up to look at how they're wired up or anything like that, but I would assume that the American, you know, is all, you know, 100% spot on. You would have thought so. The Mexican, probably damn good too, but I haven't opened them up, so I can't tell you. What else can I tell you about these guitars? I don't think there's too much to tell you really. I would love to have given you a sound sample of the two, but I don't have an amp at the moment, but that will be sorted very shortly. I can hear the faint cry of a Boss Katana, come to Papa, and it'll be here soon. Oh yeah. So as soon as I get that, we can rock and roll with that and do some sound samples. Okay. Let's just take a look at the nuts quickly. Yeah. Side by side, it's obvious. This one feels like a sort of cheap sort of plastic one. I don't know what it's made of, but it feels cheaper than this one. That feels a lot more expensive, a lot nicer. Let's do a side by side if we can get these in. There we go, there's that one. And try not to bash the hell out of these as I'm doing it. Okay, I don't know if you can really see it there, but there is a difference. You can definitely feel it, but you know, they both stay in tune. I mean, this one's obviously got a tremolo on it, and it does stay in tune very well. In fact, so well that I can pretty much do whatever I want to do with this tremolo and have it stay reasonably in tune. Not really go out of tune, to be honest. It's very good. So there you go. These are £1,600 from new, or they were when they came out in 2016. These were between 700 and 800, but you can get a good deal on either, because I got them both. No, this one I got from eBay for 475 new. This one B stock from Anderton's, 300 quid off for a teeny tiny little bit of nothing, tiny little chip on the nut, which you can't even see, doesn't affect the playability or anything. So you can get good deals, shop around, and you'll pick something up. There you go. As soon as I get my amp, we'll do some sound samples. Alright, peace.